Hello. I was talking on the Bright Discord and someone wanted to know how to make a cutscene. And I've been thinking about it a little bit, like how am I going to... the cutscenes, if you want to get into that, there are basically 3 tiers, I would say, of cutscenes. One is the very basic one, where you just talk to someone, they say something back, and that's it. And then the second one, you start to get into conditions and make functionality based on the outcome of the conversation. And the third one, I would say we go full out and just make randomizers and maybe a leveling system with things you can say based on, for example, your charisma level. Like charisma is something you could make here in TRP Extended, and something you could train. Really, the possibilities are endless. However, I have a background in programming, and because of that, for me, it's all quite trivial. However, I think that if you don't have any experience with programming, just step to phase 1 for now. So the easiest you can do is go to your database and create an item. Let's go for expert. I'm sorry. When you're going to get into cutscenes and stuff, you need expert, and it's a lot less scary than it sounds. So, the limitation of cutscenes is that it has to be triggered by event listener, and an event listener is like, let's say you use an item or read a document or complete an action in a campaign. That's an event, right? And when the event is done and you have a listener for that, it listens if the event is completed or done or executed, and then you can have an action. You can make an action that works with that. The triggers based on that. And okay, I promise to keep it simple. I promise to keep it simple. What I'm explaining is that you either need an item or a campaign to even be able to start a cutscene. So what if we make a wand, right? Or a love potion, maybe. Love potion. It's a little bit yikes to make a love potion, but for the sake of this video, I can't think of anything else. So we're gonna make the name is love potion. The tool tip left custom text consumable, I guess, even though you're not gonna consume it yourself. So then the preview, we're gonna make potion. And maybe a pink one, that sounds very lovely. Okay, the item quality, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna go for rare. I don't think that love potions are very common. And then you're gonna make it usable. And maybe unique as well, because we don't want multiple of it. Unless you want to give them away, then you can make them stackable or just have one per slot, it doesn't really matter. Maybe the item is very expensive, so we're gonna give it 100, I don't know, 100 copper, I don't know, something like that. Alright, so this all doesn't matter, right? Because it's all flavor. Now we're gonna get into the cutscene stuff. So I'm gonna go to, I made it usable. use on target to make them fall in love with you. I'm starting to feel like this is not a good idea, but I'm gonna call it a charisma potion and use on target to make them like you a bit more Okay, that's better. It sounds less predatory this way. Okay, so create workflow. Workflows are what's a workflow? In programming you would call it a function, but it doesn't really matter. We can just call it anything. Like, let's say you can call this onUse, right? onUse is fine. That means that it's just a name for now. If you go to event links, here are the event listeners. So what happens when you use the item and what happens when you destroy the item. So we're gonna say onUse when we right click the toy in our inventory, we're gonna call linked to workflow onUse. Okay, so now it's gonna use onUse. So that's this workflow. So there's nothing happening yet. We can make an effect, a condition, or a delay. Maybe you want a delay just for. I know this tutorial is about cutscenes, but I'm gonna explain a little bit about all the other stuff as well. Just small tidbits, you know, just a little bit of flavor. It's fine. So I'm gonna do cast and then cast sound ID. Actually, do I explain this? Why not? I'm gonna. So in sounds on Wohat, you have, for example, if you search for potion or something like that. Let's see if there's a loop somewhere. Is there a loop here? There is a anniversary potion cast. Let's see how that sounds. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So I'm gonna click on it and then copy in-game sound command, right? And I'm gonna put that here in cast sound ID and then remove everything around it, and then it has a cast sound ID, and that's that sound that we heard before. The cast text is the text that gets put in the cast bar. So let's call it giving potion duration is just the cast time. So we're gonna make it 2 seconds maybe. Interruption. This means if you walk away from casting the potion on the target, is there an interruption? Do you end casting when you walk away, or does it not interrupt? And I think if you're applying a potion to someone, then interrupt on move sounds good. Okay, confirm. Actually, now I think of it, to make it even less predatory, use on yourself to become prettier for a bit. That's even less predatory. I like this better. I like this better. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just okay. So delay, and then after the delay, we start getting into the cutscene. So in inner objects of new item, the item doesn't have a name yet because I haven't saved it yet. Charisma potion, right? In inner objects of charisma potion, we can make a new object, and that's a cutscene, right? So the cutscene we're gonna call "You Are a Lot prettier. Or something like that. No. We're just gonna call it charisma cutscene. Because it's please only use lowercase. Alright, so charisma cutscene. There we go. Yeah, this is the object ID. So here we have the let's see. Do we want to test if we have a target at all? I think we do have to make a test. For now it doesn't matter because I don't want to get into conditions yet. It's a little bit too difficult, I think, to explain to a beginner. Let's just get into it for now. Try to make this work and doesn't matter. We're just gonna make this. Okay, so text. That's the first line in the in the cutscene. So the text you can change into. First, you gotta think of who do we want. A cutscene is two people. On the left, you have someone. On the right, you have someone. They have a name. They can say something, and ultimately, you can. If you're a bit better at it, you can make player choices. So, for now, we're gonna say that on the right, change right model is target. That's fine. You can also, I'm gonna explain it later. You can change the image, you can change the background image, but we're not gonna do that for now to keep it simple. Change speaker name. Change dialogue direction. We want on the right. We want yeah, on the right we want TRP player full. That's the full name of the target. No. We want TRP target full. That's what we want. Maybe change left model as well. Left model is player, right model is target. So now we initialize the. I think that's how it works. It doesn't matter. It will work anyway this way. The left model is now set to player, and the right model is set to target. The dialogue direction is right, so the right person, the person on the right as the target is now talking, and the speaker name is TRP target full. So the name of the target in the total role play add-on. The text can be, for example, whoa, I didn't know you are so whatever, nice or social, right? I think charisma is more about being social. Okay, there we go. Let's see, and now we can add a step and do it to the left. Yeah, so on the left you have the player, and then dialogue direction. We change the direction to the left because now the player is talking, and then we're gonna make change the speaker name to player full. All right, that's fine. And maybe we can do some player choices. So let's make, actually, let's go here and do player choice, and you can say either thank you or I always had it in me, or it's just a potion. Or that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So for thank you, we go to step 2. And step 2 is step 3 and step 4, okay? So step 2, 3, 4, those are, you gotta see them as trees. So here we have step 2, that's this one. And so if we look at player choices, we say thank you. So if we go to step 2, after selecting thank you, we can further elaborate this here. So thank you, and I really appreciate it. You are quite lovely yourself. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so player choices are not necessary for this. Then we're gonna, what did I do? Do not right click stuff, do not right click stuff. Thank you. You are, I really appreciate it. You are quite lovely yourself. Okay, there we go. And then change dialogue direction. We had that on left because left is the player. Change left model player, and change speaker name is player full. Okay, so the speaker is on the left, the name is the player full name, and the position of the player is on the left. And here it's yeah, okay, the target is player. So we're gonna make a new step, and as you can see here, step 3 is I always had it in me. So what we're going to do here is again change dialogue direction left, change left model player, and change speaker name. It's all default, so it's fine. And then you can say, for example, thank you, I really appreciate it, you're quite lovely yourself. And then if you say I always had it in me, I can say thank you, I always had it in me, the potion just brought it out. Something like that. It doesn't really matter. It's all flavor. So I'm gonna make another step, and let's see what the last step was. It's just a potion. So for step 4, I'm gonna say, oh no, I accidentally drank a potion of charisma. I am actually very introverted. Okay, there we go. So again, change dialogue direction left, change left model player, and change speaker name player full. Okay, I'm kind of starting to regret that I started with a love potion, because it doesn't feel right. But okay, so I think this is so let's see. Now I want to explain how the tree system works, because that is something that is important. Let's say for thank you, and for I appreciate it, and for this one I want to go to step 5. It doesn't really matter. So step 5 is change right model. No. The models are already initialized, so we don't have to change them. Change dialogue direction, that's the one I want. So we'll go to the right, and then change speaker name. No. The names were already initiated, so we don't have to change anything at all. We only have to change the dialogue direction, because now the person on the right is talking, which is the target. And we're gonna say you're welcome, all right? Because you said thank you in both occasions. So we're gonna say you're welcome, all right? So thank you, step 2. Next step index is step 2. Oh, step 2. And thank you, I always had it in me. The potion just brought it out. It's also going to go to step 5, sorry. Step 2 is going to go to step 5. So step 2 and step 3 are going to go to step 5. And then step 4, maybe I want to say something else. Instead, maybe the target says something else here. So I'm going to add a step and make it step 6. Wait, where is it? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Huh? Oh, I just had to scroll. It doesn't add it here. There's a bug, I think. But here's step 6. Okay, so I'm gonna say, oh, I am sorry. I hope you are happy. Something like that. It doesn't matter. And then what we can do is say, okay, so for this one we had to change the dialog direction also to the right, and then make it an endpoint, and you're welcome is also an endpoint. An endpoint means that at the point where you get to the end of that sentence and click on the button that you read it, it's gonna just end the cutscene, you know. So there's a preview button here. We can preview it now. So here it says I have no target. That's what I was afraid of. So we can make a condition for that, but we're gonna do that later. So let's close this and save. You always gotta remember to save. And move to side, select the target, and then press preview. Whoa, I didn't know you're so social. So you can say thank you, I always had it in me, or it's just a potion. So if I say thank you, I really appreciate it, you're quite lovely yourself. And because I made, oh wait, and now it's gonna go to him, and he says you're welcome. So if I press it again, that's the endpoint, so it's over. If I press it again, whoa, I didn't know so social. And I'm gonna go to, I always had it in me. Thank you, I always had it in me. The potion just brought it out. You're welcome. And then the endpoint, because 2 and 3 went to 5. So that's the endpoint. So that's where it quit. And then, whoa, I didn't know so social. It's just a potion. If I'm not mistaken, that's gonna bring me to the other endpoint. So, oh no, I accidentally drank a potion of charisma. I'm actually very introverted. And then he's gonna say, you're welcome. Okay, so that's a problem. So let's see what this says. This has no next step index. That's the problem. So that's gonna be put on 6. And I'm gonna say it's just a potion. Oh no, I accidentally drank a potion of charisma. I'm actually very introverted. Oh, I'm sorry, I hope you are happy. And then it's over. Like, it is the stupidest cutscene I've ever thought of. But you know, I'm just making shit on the fly, so I have no idea. It is about functionality. So I'm gonna save it. Workflow. No. Charisma potion. Workflow. So we have the delay here, right? Let's explain a little bit. We saved an inner object, which is the cutscene of Charisma potion. Charisma potion has an inner object of cutscene, and Charisma potion has a workflow. And we made this before. On news has a delay with the sound and the cast text and duration, right? So what I'm gonna do now is maybe I will make a condition, just a small condition, to explain a little bit. Like I think I can do it in a way that it's understandable. So this is a condition editor. What is a condition? A condition is it will in the condition editor you can say the condition is equal to or some other value, and then it has to be a value, and then you can preview it and then confirm, and then if the conditions are met, it will go to the next step. If it's not met, you can go to a different function that we make here. So that's kind of what expert comes into play, because expert gives you this the option to make functions or workflows. So in condition editor, I'm sorry, I'm a bit chaotic. That's just how I'm wired. Okay, so in the condition editor, we're gonna do unit test, unit exist, I think, and then target. Yeah, unit exist target. If I do preview, I'm gonna make this a bit smaller. Let's see what this says. If I press preview now, preview value, it says true. If I press escape, I should, oh, okay. Yeah. If I press preview value now, it says nil. So if I don't have a target, it says nil, and if I do have a target, it says true. So I'm gonna select this target again and press preview value. Okay, yeah. Unit test, unit exist, target, preview value, true. Yeah, okay. So unit exist target is equal to, and then we're gonna do a boolean value and set it to true, because a boolean value is computer language for true or false. You can't do maybe you can, no, I don't think so. If you do string value and type true, confirm, let's see if this works. No, this is false, so this won't work. You have to do boolean value true, preview test, this is true. See? So what this means is that unit exist is true, is equal to true. So true equals true, and then it says if true equals true, it's true, so it says true. It is complicated. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it very simple, but it's so hard. Okay, I'm doing my best. If I have to make a new video, let me know. I'm gonna slow down. I'm just trying to figure out how to explain this in a way that is digestible, and you know. Okay. So unit exists target is equal to true. So if the target exists, then it will go to, and that's actually very simple, effect, campaign, start cutscene, and now we need a cutscene ID. Yeah. Okay, so we do browse, and then charisma cutscene. So okay, so here you have all the cutscenes that you've ever made. So I'm gonna one of them is probably the one you just made, or maybe your only one if it's the first one you make. So charisma cutscene is the inner object of charisma potion, so that's the one that we need. We're gonna do confirm, right? So let's go over it one more time. We have a delay with a sound. It says giving potion. It takes 2 seconds. After you're done with taking the potion, wait. Do we want you to be able to take the potion Yeah. You can take the potion even if you don't have a target. It's just not gonna show the cutscene. So what you can do in condition is failure message, right? So what happens if you don't have a target? It says as a failure message you can just do, you are a bit more extroverted now. Okay, so that's just very simple. I'm just trying to keep it simple. Okay, so there we go. Now we have the item. It's all, no, I think we're done. Let's try it. So let's go to extended objects database and then database and then charisma potion and add to main inventory and just give one to our inventory and then go to your inventory and then you can see here that we have the charisma potion. So first I'm gonna remove my target and see what happens when I use the potion. It says giving potion, you are a bit more extroverted now, see? And when I click on the Stormwind City Guard and click on charisma potion, then you get a cutscene and it all just works the way you expect it. So that's it, I think. I'm sorry it took so long. It's just, you know what it is. We can go endlessly with fine-tuning and like what happens if you cancel out of the conversation, and you can set variables and you can have randomizers and all that kind of stuff. So I hope this was digestible in a way that if you don't know any programming, that you at least know what's happening here. And let me know if I have to make a new video, and if so, do I have to make it a little bit more complicated next time, or do you want me to take a step back and explain certain stuff from the beginning and take it slower? I don't mind, just tell me what you want. All right, okay. Well, I wish you all a very nice day, and I'll see you on the internet.